Good afternoon, I'm Malcolm Jordan and this is your Midday News Fix for Thursday the 28th of November. The outgoing COVID inquiry chair is handing over the next phase. The Royal Commission of Inquiry into the pandemic response's first phase is being presented to the government today, although not publicly released yet. Professor Tony Blakely says about 80% of the work's done and a team chaired by Grant Illingworth will complete the last aspects.
They may find some stuff we haven't found on things like mandates, which they'll be looking at in more depth, but also they'll be looking at the vaccine harm and safety, which for many citizens is particularly important.
Results on water samples from the Waikato River and water treatment plants are expected today. Auckland's Water Care and Hamilton City Council have reported slightly elevated arsenic levels in recent treated water samples. There's no immediate risk to health and the water is safe to drink. Regional Council Science Manager Mike Scarsbrook says they'll know more once the tests come back.
If the samples we took yesterday already show levels going back to near normal, then we might conclude that it was a spike that came through and we'll be looking to understand why that spike occurred.
Health New Zealand's digital services are likely to bear the brunt of the latest proposed job losses. The Public Service Association says HNZ plans to axe about 1,500 roles, roughly half already vacant. The union claims more than 1,000 of those jobs are in data and digital team. Digital Health Association Chief Executive Ril Jensen is asking why such crucial jobs are being labelled as back office.
They aid productivity, they aid clinicians to do their jobs properly, they allow patients to take control of their health and well-being by seeing their health records.
A scathing critique of the Reserve Bank governor from a former finance minister. Adrian Orr yesterday slashed the official cash rate to 4.25%. The rate was 1.75% when Orr took office in 2018, plunged to 0.25% in 2020 before rising sharply to 5.5% last year. Stephen Joyce claims the economy's still being impacted by Labour Minister Grant Robertson and the policy of the governor he appointed.
Frankly, I would say a heavy-footed governor who went really hard early, then went really hard up, now coming the other way. And for a lot of balance sheets, that's just been too bloody hard.
Meanwhile, the finance minister says it's too early to know what effect the Trump administration will have on New Zealand. The president-elect's announced he'll tax Canada and Mexico 25% and put an additional 10% tariff on China. But Nicola Willis says we don't yet know how the campaign pledge to tax up to 20% on all goods into America will settle.
The role of our diplomats and our embassies is to put our best foot forward to make sure we maintain a really good trading position for our exporters.
To sport. A return to rugby coaching in New Zealand for Brad Moore. He's replaced Tamati Ellison as an assistant at the Crusaders, a job he previously held for 4 seasons. Liverpool's return to the top of the Champions League football ladder after a 2-0 home win over Real Madrid. Meanwhile, Manchester United great Ruud van Nistelrooy appears set to become the new manager of Premier League strugglers Leicester City. Jamaica have recorded consecutive netball wins over England to claim their 4-test series 2-1 in Kingston. I'm Malcolm Jordan, that's your latest news fix. We'll be back with the next update at 5 p.m. from the Newstalk ZB newsroom.